Hello everyone, my name is Kal-Eb Bricks, and today I wanted to talk about the future of the LEGO superhero modular theme. Now, in January of 2025, we got set number 76311, Miles Morales versus the Spot. Now, the main build of this set was the deli from the Across the Spider-Verse movie, and there were two interesting things about it. It had Technic-holes on the side and a tiled-off top with 4 exposed studs, in a similar build style to the Hogwarts castle sets that LEGO has been releasing lately. So with those thoughts paired in mind, with the rumored Peter Parker's apartment and Oscorp Tower to come later this year, many people believe those sets will be able to attach to this deli building. That begs the question, though, does this mean that LEGO is abandoning their larger modular buildings and replacing them with this smaller scale? I don't think so. Because along with that Peter Parker's apartment and Oscorp Tower sets, there's a rumored Arkham Asylum set releasing later this year. So does this mean that LEGO is going to let DC have a turn in creating their own modular buildings? If so, I would love to see a Hall of Justice or a Daily Planet or a Wayne Tower just to help flesh out DC's modular buildings before we return back to the Marvel modular buildings. But I also have suggestions for the future of those larger Marvel modular buildings. I would love to see an Oscorp. I thought that this year in 2025 would be the year we would get Oscorp because the Daily Bugle is rumored to be retiring this year. So I thought after the Daily Bugle retired, we could then have another Spider-Man modular set on sale and just to replace the Daily Bugle, as you wouldn't want two large Spider-Man sets to be selling side by side next to each other because you could lose sales. But to replace one with the other, you could get fans of the original Daily Bugle to now want to expand their city and purchase the Oscorp building. But I don't know if that will happen for a while because of the smaller Oscorp Tower rumored to be coming out this year. That means that now we will likely have to wait until that Oscorp set retires before we can get a larger Oscorp building. But if LEGO is going to just pivot to this smaller modular line, that means we're missing out on other things too, like a Baxter building, which would have paired perfectly with the Fantastic Four movie coming out later this year. I also would have loved to have seen an Avengers Mansion once the Avengers Tower retires, as I think an Avengers Mansion would be a great way to get some comic-based minifigures, which I know a lot of fans have been wanting more recently. I also think that after Avengers Tower retires, we could have gotten a Stark Tower and have it be based off of Stark Tower before it was transformed into the Avengers Tower. Now, you could still include the Avengers as Stark Tower was present in the first Avengers movie, but you could then also include a lot of Iron Man's villains. But, like I said, you would want to wait until after the Avengers Tower retires because they're such similar buildings. But this is where the excitement begins. If LEGO is making some of these smaller buildings for a smaller scale modular city, that means we open up the possibility of remaking a Daily Bugle, a Sanctum Sanctorum, a Avengers Tower. This would be great because we haven't seen a lot of these buildings in a while at a smaller scale. We've only had the larger modular buildings. So this would be exciting for kids to then be able to get their hands on an Avengers Tower, which I don't think we've had since 2020. It's been 5 years since we've had our last playset scale Avengers Tower, so it'd be nice to get another one. But we don't have to do just repeat buildings that we've done before. With the smaller modular buildings, we could also base some sets around some less popular characters that LEGO maybe wouldn't want to make a $200 set based around. I know one that I would love to see is Fisk Tower. Making a big Daredevil set would be amazing for a lot of Daredevil fans, and I know that his popularity is going to blow up even more once the Daredevil Born Again show releases very soon. So I think that LEGO should put Daredevil in some sets. I know he was in the Daily Bugle, but he has such a rich history, and you can include so many of his different villains like Bullseye or Elektra or Kingpin. And he has many different outfits to choose from. You could put him in the classic yellow and red or his black and red outfit. There's endless opportunities there. But you could also do other sets, maybe like a Pym-Tech building. I know that Ant-Man isn't one of the most popular Avengers members, but making a Pym-Tech building and basing it around the Ant-Man movies could finally give us a way to get a Kang minifigure or maybe a MODOK figure from the Quantumania movie. I know that a lot of people didn't love that movie, but when that set came out, people were very disappointed that there wasn't a Kang or MODOK minifigure included, let alone an Ant-Man minifigure. So it would be a great way to finally flesh out the Ant-Man side of the world. Another thing I'd be excited to see is not just character-based buildings. We could return to when we could get a bank heist set with Spider-Man and he could go up against a random villain like Electro or Rhino and just give us some more classic interpretations of those characters. You could also do a police station or a jail. It's just a great way to expand your city without having to make these giant sets. So I think this smaller modular line is a great idea for LEGO Marvel. Now, I would also love to see DC eventually get their own subline of these smaller buildings. However, like I said, I would love for them to get those bigger modular buildings like we did for Marvel. Maybe have them take turns so one year we can get a Daily Planet, and then maybe the next year we'll get an Avengers Mansion, and then we can go back to DC and do a Wayne Tower, go back to Marvel, give us a Baxter building, while in between releasing these smaller sets for these themes to expand a smaller city landscape so that you don't have to spend these giant amounts of money on these giant sets that not everyone can afford. I know that a lot of people save for years to get some of these sets and they can't get all of them. So these smaller modular buildings are a great way for a lot of fans of LEGO with maybe not a higher budget to build their own LEGO city. Now, while I still have you all here, I just want to ask you to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below of what buildings you would like to see LEGO make at the larger or smaller modular scale. That's all I have for today, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!